Welcome back to youtube.com/Geek Aloud. Today, another Let's Install. And today we are looking at Leisure Suit Larry, the Wet Dream Saga. There is 2 games for that one. I was flicking through the March PlayStation Store sale and did come across this one. It does invoke a few memories and a bit of a nostalgia hit from back in the day. We'll get cracking on it there. Download also, not big games in terms of install size there. But we will jump into, so essentially you get 2 for the price of 1 here, I suppose. As we go to the download, so we've got Leisure Suit Larry, Wet Dreams Don't Dry 1 and number 2. Now, for those that don't know what Leisure Suit Larry is, it was an old point-and-click adventure from back in the 80s. I think there was originally 6 in the run. That did come out and did attract a bit of attention because the premise is that our protagonist there, Larry, is trying to entice some ladies into his bedroom, I guess is probably the best way to put it. But, and you know, you can imagine back in the 80s that some people saw it as a bit of an uproar, but the reality is he's, for want of a better word, a bit of a doofus. He tries very hard, but never succeeds, and it's actually quite humorous. It's quite campy. It's quite humorous, and it's not, you know, it's not overly sexualised at all. So the reality is, it's not outrageous. I haven't played one of these. There was one that came out on the Xbox, I think, the original Xbox about 20 years ago, and I can't recall the name of it off the top of my head, but there's certainly been some time since I played a Leisure Suit Larry game, so we'll install these ones, and once they're both done, we will then we'll jump into the first one and see what options there are in terms of play options and setup options and that sort of stuff, but I don't imagine that there would be too many, to be honest. And just in terms of playing games, I will mention the Gaming Enforcement Agency, GEA, on this channel. It's every Thursday night, 8 o'clock PM Eastern Australian time. Myself, Unky Dunky, and Troy discuss the games we've been playing for the week. I don't quite think this one will make the cut, given that we're less than 24 hours away from the show kicking off. We also discuss the news of the week and the upcoming game releases, and then we jump into the standoff, and that is where we pick a topic each week. We pick the best games that fit into that topic, have a discussion amongst ourselves, and then come up with a winner each and every week. And while we're running through the show, audience participation, we're jumping into that live YouTube chat and dragging out some comments from the listeners as we're going through, and anything we can't get to, we wrap up at the end. And as an aside, fairly recently, we've now getting the show up onto your favourite podcast service of choice, so make sure you jump onto there and check out Gaming Enforcement Agency for any audio listening as well, if you can't join us on the channel. But for now, we'll let this ride out, and we'll get them both installed and come back and have a look shortly. So there we go, installed both of those ones there. As we jump back to the main screen, so there's number 2, Wet Dreams Dry Twice and Wet Dreams Don't Dry. So we'll go into this one, Leisure Suit Larry. As I said, massive nostalgia hit for myself. With this one, fantastic old point and click adventures, quite humorous as I said before, and a bit of harmless fun, to be honest, despite what the naysayers will say. And it's funny because there'll be some that will say that there's the cancel culture going on today. Well, it certainly was happening back in the early days of video games as well, so nothing new. In terms of your options, not really much there. You've just got your controls, your language and your audio. So that's essentially it for that one. And just before we jump off, we'll just go into the information for the first one, which is an install size of 2.51 gigabytes on version 1.04 for that one, and for the second game it's 1.78 gig on version 1.01. So there we have it, another successful Let's Install for Geek Aloud, with a double whammy on this occasion. The double pack of Leisure Suit Larry, Wet Dreams Don't Dry 1 and 2, massively discounted on the PS Store at the moment. So hopefully you enjoyed that one. And what else can you do with the channel? You can like it, you can subscribe it, and you'll never miss it.
Oh, that was luck. Hey, that's something. Old Uncle Donkey. Gee, Donkey.